there was a young woman that took great pride in her flowers and her garden bed. And she was able to grow some of the most beautiful flowers as to where her bed was second to none. People would come from all over to come have to see and walk through it. Well, one day as she was going through a gardening catalog, she had come across a flower, or this blooming flower, that she had never seen before. But it was so beyond beautiful, she had knew that she had wanted it within her garden. So she ordered it up, and in the meantime, while it was on its way to her, she had picked the most beautiful spot and got the most beautiful soil and dug out everything she could as to where she was ready to plant this flower. The flower arrives, she gets it planted up against a stone wall and against her fence that was butted up against her neighbor's yard, who she always kind of frowned upon and looked at as if, like, why couldn't you just do better with what you have? So she knew she wanted to block that out a little bit more. So the first week she planted it in, and it vigorously started to take off. The vines and the greens were growing up, but yet it produced no blossoms the way the catalog had shown. And day after day went by, week after week, and a month, and still no blossoms, even with everything she had put into it and everything she had done. She was getting so frustrated and so tired. She was about to call up the catalog company. She was about to, like, tear it out of the ground. She was just fed up. When all of a sudden her neighbor comes walking over with this flower blossom that she had seen in the catalog. And she's just baffled. She's like, what is going on? And the neighbor just is so appreciative and so thankful and says, I cannot believe you grew these for me. I cannot believe that, this is what you had done. And the neighbor, she was just thinking to herself, like, what are you talking about? And she said, for the last few weeks, these blossoms have been coming through and growing on my side, and they have brightened up my yard and have cheered me up in such a way that I truly needed. And she's like, what do you mean? She said, I know that my yard isn't upkept the way yours is, or I don't have the beautiful flowers the way you do. And I know I've struggled for a while now, and I've been going through a lot of different hardships. But after seeing these flowers that you planted for me, I gotta say that it has just brought such tears to my eyes that I really want to work with you and, help to be able to grow a beautiful yard. And this lady realized that the roots and the stems had gone under the fence line and under the stone wall and started producing on this lady's yard. Now think about that for a moment, right? When we know that we're doing something right, or when we put a lot of work and energy and effort into certain things within our lives, we don't often see the results immediately. We don't often see, the growth or the blossoms the way that we would anticipate or want. But what we need to take account for is that every single day, that if we're doing the right thing and we know that we're working towards making something beautiful, whatever those results are, we might not see them for weeks, months, years to come. But as long as you stick to it, you're going to see something beautiful come from it. And inevitably what came from this was a beautiful friendship as to where the two neighbors were able to grow and work together and hear each other out and listen to each other's stories. Continue to do the right thing, continue to stay on the right path, and you're going to see the blossoms and you're going to see the fruit grow. The choice is yours to continue to do that.